You know what? Everybody comments about my big ass head in every interview. I think I'm the
It's
one
not your
that's
head,
the
it's
one.
this it's the you have a big square for your video, and my video is this little square down here. Whereas like when I do interviews, the squares are the equal same size. It has nothing to do with you personally. It's like the size of your video screen.
Uh-huh. I see.
I think
Okay.
you have I think it's something you have checked on the side so you can check like how you want the screens to be set up. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
do actually. I
I've
do
never
actually, but I prefer the way
I've,
that I have it so far because it's pretty
squish,
much.
squish. Here's my head.
Oh, please don't start that. The motorcycle just rolled by. Yeah, so I may have inherited my
That was our
grand.
house. Our win.
Yeah,
I'm in front of the window, so
I remember where you live. You had the garden and you had all the bunnies in the cages. How many do you have left now? How many bunnies do you have left?
left. As if they're like disappearing. No, it's growing. We have 3 rabbits now.
Three rabbits.
Hmm.
Wow. Jamie,
Yeah.
I have a big ass head. You don't need to rub it in, dork.
My husband loves rabbits and cats. I'm like the dog person.
Hmm. Yeah, that's cool. I remember that one. All right. So, for those of you who are just joining us, we are live here with the matriarch of the San Diego Pain Summit, Rajam Roos, in San Diego, California. And Rajam and I have been pretty good friends. We're short on choking the hell out of each other on certain
What?
times. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
That's how you feel about me? I've never felt that way about you.
Oh, you beat up how much
I've
anger I
never
have
wanted
pent
to
up.
choke you ever. Ever.
Sure.
Ever. I can give a good resting bitch face, but I have never wanted to choke you, Nick. You
Oh
would
boy.
know. You would really know.
Uh-huh. And learning more about the modern pain science and also how to really think for myself rather than parroting somebody's work. And that was also the same year, like early 2014 was when I was introduced to Diane Jacobs and Barrett Dorco work, and also eventually made my way through and followed the likes of Jason Silvernail, who else was there? Brian Thompson, and a few other big names in physiotherapy as well that I've really had high respect for, even today still, because they've been paving the way to make it more patient centered rather than focusing on the therapist.
Hmm.
That was a huge game changer. But thank you, Rajan. I
Mhm.
was really, really appreciating of meeting you. Because when I
I can't remember exactly how we met though. Was it
somebody
online?
introduced us on Facebook, I think. I'm not sure who.
Is
It
that
was
it?
online. I did not even. Gosh, somebody introduced me to you because I don't know who that somebody. That is scary because I'm losing my memory. This was like 4 years ago,
We're
and
just
I
getting
still.
old, Nick. You're just getting old. It's just how it is. But you know what? I was concerned about this because I would have clients that I had seen for like 6 years and I would forget their
Mhm.
name and they were regulars and I would have to like go back in my book to remember their name. They were sitting next to me to rebook their appointment. And I was concerned about this. So I asked my husband's aunt, who used to be the CEO for the UCSD, 2 UCSD hospitals.
Mhm.
And she gave me the best piece of advice. She said, you know what? It happens as you get older, but as long as you don't find your car keys in your oven or your
Mhm.
shoes in your refrigerator, it's okay. And so that's what I tell myself when I forget things. I'm like, you know what? I'm not finding the cat in the freezer. I'm not finding like stuff in weird places. So I'm just trying to make you feel better, bud.
Hmm.
You're not buying it though. Skeptical.
Oh my
Skeptical as
gosh.
always.
Oh my goodness. So what is one of the biggest challenges you've hurdled? When you first started with the Pain Summit, I mean, you guys had a lot of problems going on from getting the right people and getting some finances and stuff running. But what are some of the biggest ones you've managed to kind of overcome as a one woman show, basically? You did this all by yourself. You hardly had any help.
Well, I do have my volunteers who help during the event. I don't have a problem getting speakers. The biggest hurdles is learning how to manage a conference, right? So I've never had like event managing. Apparently, since I've been doing this and I've joined event management, LinkedIn groups and Facebook groups, there is an event management like there's certifications you can get, and there are like there's studies you can do to learn how to manage an event, and I did not have any of those. So the hurdles for me personally were like so for example, I just learned this year that there are platforms that can automatically spit out the continuing education certificates for me. I just now learned that. I've been spending 2 or 3 days after every summit hand typing everyone's name into the certificate template, emailing it to each person, but there's platforms where you can put all that information in and it just spits it out. And I just learned that. It's like crap like that, It's just like, God, I'm just now learning that because it's a lot of my time.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the kinds of hurdles that I tend to go over. It's just the back end of managing such an event.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there anything else you want to add to that?
No, I could probably add a lot more, but that was, as of late, that was probably the most I'm like, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
But then it's too expensive for me to use, so maybe next year. But at least I know it exists. At least I know it's there.
Speaking of next year, now I remember our little conversation last year in May, as I was standing outside in a hot afternoon in front of Panera Bread in Santa Ana. So I was wondering about Antonio Damasio. I mean, I just kind of get to know his work better and his background a little more. And I think his work is just as probably intriguing as Robert Sapolsky's, which I'm somewhat familiar with, and a few other researchers too in neuroscience. But so for those people who are listening, I have no idea who Antonio Damasio,
Damasio.
Who he is, what does he do? Can you tell us a little more about him? And how did you contact him?
Yeah, so I read his book, The Feeling of What Happens, like 8 or 9 years ago. And I purchased Descartes' Error, but I still have not read it. And I haven't read his new book. But I really his work was really interesting because The Feeling of What Happens, he talks about how our emotions contribute to our perceptions of reality. And it was just really fascinating. And so I just looked up his, pretty much the presenters that I ask, I just look them up online and find most of them teach at universities. I just go to their university page and then I contact them with their email and I let him know, what the summit was about, just a couple sentences, and then how him being there would contribute to the information that clinicians should learn, right? And so I just ask, and he, because every year trying to think of a keynote, that's probably one of the more difficult aspects of the summit because I want to find somebody who, has a big name, which most people don't know anyway. So I don't know if it matters, but are most the clinicians that attend the summit, but he's like he's in the top 5 neuroscientists in the world, right? So he is well known, but I always want to find somebody who can bring something to kind of wrap everything up who can kind of encompass what the summit is about as a whole.
I see. It's kind of like what Professor Peter Sullivan did and Laura Mosley did before as well, kind of like that.
And even Dr. O'Connell, Neil O'Connell,
yes, of course.
He was very strong with talking about research and evidence and how to interpret it. And so I feel like that is something that's really important, that we don't talk about so much. We tend to just read the abstracts, or like if something fits what we want to believe, it's so much easier to share it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Oh boy. And what else was there? Anyway, something slipped out of my head earlier. But Rajan, so what else is going on besides that? I mean, how is it? How are you even balancing this with? What else do you do? What else is new? I don't know.
Well, what else do I do?
Yeah.
Well, I get up in the morning and I have my coffee.
Who
I clean the
doesn't?
litter. Foolish mortals. Those who haven't been introduced to coffee. Yeah, I also run a consulting business for massage business owners, and I started that in 2015.
Okay.
And so basically what it was a phone service. So you could purchase like so much phone time for consulting for business and marketing questions. But what I was finding was that all of my clients needed to know how to do stuff. Like it was, and I was started creating a lot of videos for them. Like I would have one client who would be like, I don't know how to start a Google My Business page. I don't know how to do this. So then I was like, you know what? Why don't I change the format and instead have like an online, Massage Marketing Academy, where people can just pay a small membership fee and have access to consulting, Facebook ads help, courses that have been approved by NCB, TMB, and that kind of stuff. And that it just started, and I have a few members, but that seems to be a better avenue to help massage business owners learn digital marketing.
Okay.
So I'm doing that, and I really enjoy search engine optimization and social media marketing. So I'm like learning more about that stuff. I'm always learning like what's new in that. And what else? Hiking, working out with Pedro. That's pretty good.
You still work out with the guy?
Yeah, I work out 2 half-hour sessions a week.
Oh my gosh.
That's how he pays for the summit.
Well, train.
He gives me my muscles.
Okay.
That's cool. We trade out.
Well, I write about you too, so that's how I think it's a fair trade. I write about you every year. And
well, you have an ongoing media pass, like your ongoing media.
As long as you're supporting for the spirit of science and scientific skepticism, I'm all for the Pain Summit, just because you guys are doing awesome here. And ladies and gentlemen, this woman here, I mean, she is, to me, she's absolutely amazing. She brought in a lot of big names from different fields of physical therapy, massage therapy, and also in neuroscience to become our guest speakers and also with the keynote speakers. Even the almighty Dr. Robert Sapolsky, whom many of you are listening are probably familiar with, he was a keynote speaker for 2016, and that was when I was like, whoa, Rajab, how is this possible?
I just asked.
You just asked. It's that simple. Yeah. You didn't like tranquilize him and just drag him here.
No, you just ask. Well, I think the important thing is to point out is to help people understand how they can add how they will add value to your event, like why they fit into the event. And apparently, so Sapolsky actually has an agent, and apparently he doesn't do conferences anymore. He's very picky. And the reason why he did the summit was because he was curious as to what we were talking about with applying pain research into practice. And he hadn't really done his talk before in front of physical therapists, massage therapists, chiropractors. Like he hadn't really done a talk like that before. So he was actually curious about what the event was about. He enjoyed it. When I took him to the airport, he was tickled. He was tickled pink.
I see. Didn't he ask for like fish tacos when he landed?
No, when I took him to the airport, his agent made him sound like he was more of a princess than he really was. Like his agent was like, he only can eat this and he can only do this and blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
But then
really?
I think it's just an agent thing, you know?
An agent
It's just
thing.
an agent thing. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So when I took him and I was like, hey, I need to get this for you, food, blah, blah. He's like, no. He's like, I'll just eat when you, after the talk, take me to the airport, drop me off. He's like, I love Rubio's tacos. So I'll just have, there's Rubio's at the airport. He goes, there's Rubio's at the airport. I'll just have a Rubio's there. Yeah, he was really nice. He was super nice and really down to earth.
That's good. So basically, so when's the date again for the event, and who else is speaking as well besides Damasio? Give a little highlight here.
So I printed it off.
Oh, nice. You don't
So
have
I
it memorized by
remember.
heart? How could you?
I know, it's awful. Bad. So February 19th and 20th, we have 2 workshops. Adam Meekins and Eric Mira are teaching the shoulder
Eric,
pain.
Eric who? Eric Mira?
Mira, uh-huh.
I've seen a guy floating around on Facebook, but I know nothing about him.
He has a really cool blog called The Science of PT, I think.
Okay.
I think
so that's the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they've done a joint class at Entropy. And so sometimes I get my ideas from workshops by seeing what Sandy and Sarah are doing at Entropy, because they're like, I consider them like my sister group because they have the same goals in mind that I have.
That's awesome.
So if they've had somebody as a workshop, I'm going to automatically just know that workshop was good. Then we have Tim Beams doing Exploring Complex Pain States, and he teaches for NOI, and he's also a physio over there in the UK. 21 and 22nd of February, we have Ben Cormack. He's back.
He's back again?
Yeah,
Ben's
back again. Yep.
How many times has he been presented at the Pain Summit? It seems like he's been there forever.
Well, he's only presented once, and he's taught one workshop, and he was really keen to come back. So,
wow,
sure.
Well, I heard he loves Southern California. That's why he's coming.
Well, his workshop filled up, I think 3 weeks before he came out, it filled up. So, and then we also have this improv class, which I'm really excited about, because I invented it at the last summit. So at the last summit, I was walking around, and what I like to do is walk around and listen to what people are talking about and listen to, you know, what they wish they could have heard more of, what they thought was missing, what excited them, like what seemed to make people most excited. And what I was hearing at this last summit was that people wish they could have more training on communicating with patients in pain. And I was like, hey, why don't we do an improv class where you do role playing, talking with patients in pain? Because when I was in massage school, we did role playing in my ethics class, right? So how do you handle a client that's being inappropriate? How do you handle a client that's, you know, all these behaviors? We did role playing, and it was so much more powerful to like role play it out than just like have it repeated to you while you're sitting there with a pen and paper or typing furiously. So that workshop is really cool. It's a completely brand new concept, never been done before. It's going to be Sandy Hilton, Keith Waldron, Allison Sim, and oh my God, I'm such a bad conference organizer. There's 4 people teaching it. If they're watching, please don't be mad at me. Let's see. Allison Sim, Sandy Hilton. Oh my God. Keith Waldron. Hang on, let me go to the website. This is awful. Probably because there's so many people that are part of it. But there's going to be 4 instructors. And it's just going to be improv role playing where you learn how to communicate with people.
Well, didn't Sandy just wrote Mike Stewart? He's going to be back.
Yes, thank you. Oh my God, don't tell Mike.
Why? Whoops! Shit, I just did.
delete it. At least it was Mike won't care. He'll think it's funny. I'll give him a beer. I'll put some beers in his room. He'll be fine.
You know, I miss Mike. I missed Mike Stewart's talk last time, and because there's so
You
much
did?
going on. I did. I did not. I did shook his hand and introduce ourselves a little bit, and that was about it. But other than that, I hardly know the guy, and he sounds like a very fun guy to talk to over a beer or a glass of wine.
He's fabulous. You know what, Nick? I need to give you a free year access to the Pain Summit membership so that you can watch all the videos.
Sure, I would
So
love to.
when we're off, send me your email so I can put you in the membership site.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, because you should have already had that anyway.
No,
So-
I actually.
So those are the workshops. Those are the pre-conference workshops. And then the 2-day conference, we're going to have a lot of talks about, again, about how you talk to your patients. Catherine Schopmeyer is going to talk about how we should do away with a 1 to 10 pain scale.
What
And-
Katie's gonna present?
Yes, ma'am, sir. Yep, she's going to present. She's pretty passionate about that. Her topic is called "I Am Not a Number."
I am not a
Understanding
number.
and improving pain assessment mandates in healthcare. So that sounds really interesting. There's going to be a lot of discussions about communication. Dr. Maxi Messiah, or I'm not sure how you pronounce her last name, she's going to talk about cultivating therapeutic relationships. And
Mhm.
Tim Beams is going to talk about, altered body perception and pain. And let's see. I'm going to have another pain, the patient's perspective panel. That was the most popular one. So
Yes, I did spoke to Keith Belgium last week, and he will be here. in
I know, I
San
told
Diego.
you.
Well, you told me, or did he told me first?
He said it, and you were like, "Oh, you're coming to San Diego," and then I confirmed. And Keith Waldron's going to talk too.
Keith Waldron.
Mm-hmm. Keith's Corner.
Who's that?
Keith PT.
Doesn't ring a bell.
You
There
should
is so many-
definitely check out. You should definitely check out his blog. He is very wise person, and he's super wise. But yeah, you can't know everybody. I mean,
No, I
but
can't know
that's the
everybody.
point of the event, right? I want to bring these people that have really important, really fantastic things to say, and they're
Mhm.
doing great things in their own clinics, and that's the people that I want to come and bring and introduce to everybody else. But Keith has come every year to the summit, I think.
I have
Yeah,
to
he
look-
was a volunteer the first year. He's volunteered 2 years.
Okay.
Actually, I think he
That's a
volunteered
lot.
almost every year but one.
Okay. Because I have to look at his face to recognize him. Maybe I'll stalk him later on Facebook.
Yeah, he's very tall.
Everybody's taller than I am, so you're tall.
No, but he's super tall. Like, you were probably just looking at his belly button. So I don't know if you'd recognize him.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't want to.
He's super tall.
Super tall, like Silvernail tall.
Yeah, I think he's as tall as Silvernail. I think
Oh,
so.
boy.
Don't hold me to that. But you know what? You know what I'm really excited about?
What are you excited about? Pizza.
So-
No pineapple on pizza, please.
Oh yeah, we're having pineapple on the pizza. Pineapple is
Pedro?
going to be served on the pizza.
Pedro, no. Shut
And
up.
if you don't
about the
like it, you're
pineapple
just not
pizza.
going to eat. You're just not
No,
going to eat.
I'll be having Chinese food outside.
I guess
know where to
so.
go.
Where are you going to get it?
It's
There's no
just not at a
Chinese
pizza-
restaurants nearby.
I'll just drive. I'll just drive to Claremont Mesa. There's a whole
Drive and
big
drive
road
and
on Claremont
drive.
Street. It's not that far.
So one thing that I'm doing that's really different is I've purchased this app where people can interact and engage with the presenter. So they can ask questions directly to the presenter. I have 7 presenters who have agreed to allow their slides to be uploaded, and people viewing can type their notes on the slides for their own. So instead of typing notes and trying to remember all the slides, you can download the slides onto your. Anyway, it's going to be cool. You must be reading comments because I can see your face.
Yeah, because Pedro and Sandy Hilton distracted me with a pineapple pizza of a comment. So sorry. I just don't like pineapple pizza. It's like freaking
That's
eating
okay.
I'm sorry. It just irks me that way.
You
Like
know, I don't
like a
hate
wedgie.
you. I don't hate you for it.
I know. But tell me about the apps, please, so people can actually interact with the people while watching the video live.
Yeah, and actually, I'm going to cut out the middleman. I'm not going to have volunteers running microphones around. You're going to
Really?
be able to ask your question to the presenter, and the presenter can
Wow.
decide what questions
People,
they want to answer. And they can show the questions all on the screen behind them.
nice. Okay.
A presenter can like give a quiz or ask people's opinions, and then the results will show on the screen. So I've had 6 or 7 presenters that are interested in using it, and so I'm going to talk to. We're going to set up a meetings about how to use it, and then it's just going to add to that interactive experience. I think it's going to be really cool.
Okay. Wow, that's going to be awesome. And so basically, they can just talk and it's going to be right there. Like, wow.
Jamie.
Mm.
As long as I don't put my car keys in, I'm going to close the comments because those are too funny. Like sit here and read the comments. Don't read the comments.
Don't
read the comments.
I am not looking at the comments. Okay, I'm still kind of new with this Be Live issue here, and I'm just still kind of like all over the place here. Okay, sorry about that, right?
You're doing good though. You're doing good.
Oh boy.
Keep your eye on the ball. Keep your eye on the ball.
Keep your eye on the ball. Ooh, shiny. Okay. Whatever. So for the viewers who are listening out here, so who is going physically to the 2019 San Diego Paint Summit? And please say, just state where you're coming from. So feel free to do all of that today. And Tanya, I know you're laughing your ass off right now. Quit it, okay? I'm not looking at the comments right now, okay? I am not looking at the comments. Okay. Screw this. Oh God. So yeah, just tell us where you're coming from and let us know what you're kind of anticipating and what is the most exciting thing that you're looking forward to. If you've been a faithful attendee for the past 4 or 5 summits, I lost count. I'm sorry, it's getting late here. I'm getting sleepy here, but it's just yeah. Let us know what we're looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the buffet. What's the buffet going to be?
It's probably just going to be the Mexican again because I didn't want the Mexican because I'm like there's Mexican all over here, but everyone comes from everywhere else, and it was so popular. So we're going to do that. There's going to be an ice cream bar.
Ice cream bar.
Yeah, ice cream bar. Live musician, of course. And then this year I'm going to have 3 different. Well, I'm price checking it right now, but there's a possibility there may be 3 different breweries doing craft beer tastings.
Okay.
So that's a possibility.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're the same like last time. And what else do we have to expect for anything else going on besides the summit? Like we had the social last year. We had that little fire pit talk with a bunch of people.
There's going to be a bunch of that, and I have this idea for something else in the works that I learned about when I attended the largest social media marketing conference in the U.S. was out here in San Diego, and I attended that. And there was something very cool they did that I want to copy, but I need to talk to some people first. So, we'll see. We'll see about that. And actually, every year, what a lot of people don't realize is that half or a little over half the attendees are new every year. So it's not like that, the other night somebody was like saying that like the summit, like we all live in this echo chamber. But I just want to say that every year, half and probably about 60% of attendees have never been to a summit before. And so right now we have, there's about 38 people signed up, and only 5 of them have been to a summit before. So there's always all these new people coming in. So
that's good.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see a lot of students coming in and, that kind of thing.
That's good. Okay, that's good. Hey, Raj, we're almost out of time here, and I was looking at the clock here, and thanks for doing all of this. Yeah, that's what I have to keep it short, keep people attention of. And I would love to actually keep talking to people. Oh, Keith Snyman's here. Hey, Keith. I haven't seen you in ages, man. What's up with you? Okay, yeah. So, anyway, ping pong, wine, laughter, seeing Adam and Ben in the same place. Oh boy, that's gonna be something to write about for my blog. So,
Well, it's a short window because Adam's only coming to teach for the 2 days and then he's out.
that's cool. I think.
Unfortunately, he has to teach a class in Germany. So,
Oh, I see. That's why. Okay. Well, I look forward to
yeah.
meet him as well because I have no idea what he's like in person. Yeah, I've seen his shit online all the time, but I just don't know what he's. Maybe he's a totally different guy in person. So
I think so.
anyway,
I've spoken with him on the phone and he's very
Mhm.
soft spoken.
Okay.
He's very
Soft
soft.
spoken.
Hmm.
Does that what does that mean? He has a squeaky voice.
No, no, no. Soft, like he has a soft demeanor, very
Really?
soft and sweet demeanor.
Like tofu soft.
That's silken tofu. Not all tofu is soft. You should know better,
Okay.
Nick. Someone's getting sleepy.
I can't Asian today. Okay.
Yes, like silken
No.
tofu soft.
Okay.
Not
Fine.
suave though.
Not suave. Okay, guys.
No, just
All right. I'm not even joking here. Hey, Raj. So I'm really happy to see you again. Thanks for hooking up. But I'll be down in San Diego next week, so hopefully for about 3 or 4 days. So hopefully I'll get to meet up with you for coffee or something. And just kind of
yeah, definitely. Let me know because
definitely.
I control my schedule pretty well. So
Okay, awesome. Well, say hi to Matt for me, and well, for ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Not look in the comments here, okay?
I saw that,
I'm
Jamie.
hiding comment.
Hey, I hope you can make it out too. I just talked
Well,
to you.
James said he's gonna wear his kilt again, so
Yeah,
we'll see what
nice.
happens. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I think we kind of hit a sleep zone here. I'm about to nod off on my laptop right here. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. Hope to see you again at the Paint Summit. For those of you who are going, give a little support to Rajan because she literally did this like 95% all by herself for this 5 year in a row event. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't even count today. So yeah, 5 in a row. So all right. So signing off. I'll see you soon, Rajam. Thank you very
All
much.
right, thanks a lot, Nick.